In this video, we are going to see how to find the length of the tangent from a point to a circle. Let's say we have a circle, as we have on the board, that has the center A, B. Let's say we have a tangent to the circle. We can actually determine the length of this tangent from this point. Let me connect these two points together. Okay. And let this be the radius of the circle from the center to the circumference. As the question says, the tangent is from the point 2, 3. So we label this 2, 3. Okay, now the tangent is perpendicular to the radius of the circle. So what we need now is we need the radius of this circle and we need the center point of the circle. So we can get both the radius and the center from the circle equation. The circle equation is x squared plus y squared plus 5x plus 4y minus 20 equal to 0. Remember the equation of a circle that has the center A, B and radius arrow. X minus A squared plus y minus b all squared equal to arrow squared. So we are going to write this equation to look like this. Now, what we do is this. We have x squared plus 5x plus y squared plus 4y equal to 20. The minus 20 will cross and turn to a plus 20. So we'll add the square of half of the coefficient of x to both sides, and also we'll add the square of half of the coefficient of y to both sides. The coefficient of x here is 5. That is 5. So half of it is what? 5 over 2. And if I square it, I'll have 5 over 2 all squared, which is the same as 25 over 4. So I will add this to both sides as x squared plus 5x plus 5 over 2 all squared plus y squared plus 4y. Now, half of 4, which is the coefficient of y, is 4 over 2. And this is 2. So if I take the square of 2, I'm going to obtain what? 4. So I want to write 2 squared here equal to 20 plus, I will add these 2 to the right hand side as well. I've added them to the left hand side, so I will add them to the what? Right hand side. So 5 over 2 squared is equivalent to 25 over 4. Yes, 2 squared is equivalent to what? 4. There is a video on how to determine the radius and center of a circle from its equations. So you can actually watch the video to understand in details what I'm doing here. So I added the square of half of the coefficient of x and y to both sides. So I can now factorize this. What I just did now is I completed the square. Okay, I just completed the squares to make the expression a perfect square, so I can factorize it. So I'm going to take x, open a bracket, I'll take x, I'll leave the square, I'll take the sign of the middle term, which is plus, then I'll take 5 over 2, I'll square it. If I had written 25 over 4, I would have taken the square root of 25 over 4, and that would still give me what? 5 over 2. That's why I left it this way. Alright? Plus, I'll take y, which is the square root of y squared. Here, I took x, the square root of x squared. Okay? Plus, that is the sign of the middle term. And then I'll take 2, which is the square root of 2 squared. I'll square it. If you expand this expression here, we are going to obtain this. And if you expand this, we obtain this. So this is just an easy way to factorize. And this is equal to, let's simplify this by taking LCM. The LCM is 4. So 4 times 20, that's 80, plus 25, because they have the same denominator, 25. And 4 times 4, that's 16. So x plus 5 over 2 all squared plus y plus 2 all squared is equal to this. 25 plus 16 is 41. 41 plus 80 is 121 all over 4. So 121 over 4 is equivalent to 11 over 2 all squared, right? So we have x plus 5 over 2 all squared plus y plus 2 all squared equal to this. So if we compare this now, this equation to this, we are going to see that a is equal to, this a is equal to minus 5 over 2. Okay, see something. I want to write this like this. X minus, if I introduce a minus, it means that this 5 over 2 will be carrying a minus as well. And if I do same here, 2 will also carry a minus, equal to 11 over 2 all squared. So we have the same form now. That means A is equal to what? Minus 5 over 2. So A is equal to minus 5 over 2 and B is equal to minus 2. So that the radius of the circle is 11 over 2. You can see arrow squared. So equating the powers, it means that the bases are the same. Arrow equal to 11 over 2. So the radius is 11 over 2. So for this particular circle that we're talking about here, the center is what? Minus 5 over 2, comma, minus 2. And the radius is 11 over 2. Remember, the goal is to find the length of the tangent. This is the tangent from this point to the circle. So let's call the length of the tangent D. This is a right angle triangle. What we can see now. This is the hypotenuse. Alright? And these are the adjacent sides. So by Pythagoras rule, the square of this hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So what is the length of this hypotenuse? That is the next question. Alright? The length of this hypotenuse now will be gotten using the distance formula. The distance between 2 points. These are 2 points, the center and this point. So we can determine the distance between these 2 points to get the hypotenuse of the what? Triangle. Distance between 2 points is the square root of x 2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. So let's take this one as x1, y1, and this is what? x2, y2. So what is the distance between the center of the circle and the point that is outside? The distance here now, which is the hypotenuse, is equal to x2, which is 2, minus x1 is minus 5 over 2. So that will give us plus 5 over 2, all squared, plus y2 is 3, then minus y1. y1 is minus 2. So the minuses will intersect to give a plus, all squared. Okay, 2 times 2 is 4, alright? So we have 4 plus 5 upon 2, all squared, plus, this is 5 squared. Alright, so we have 4 plus 5 is 9, that is 9 squared is 81, we have 81 over 4, 2 squared is 4, plus 25. This is equal to 4 times 5 is 100. 100 plus 81 is 181. So everything here is equal to this. Okay. The square root of 4 is 2. So we have root 181 all over 2. So this is the length of the hypotenuse. Alright? Root 181 all over 2 units. So the question remains the same. What is the length of the tangent? So by Pythagoras rule, like I said earlier, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So 11 over 2 squared plus d squared. And d is the length of the tangent. It means that d squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared minus 11 over 2 squared. 11 over 2 is simply 121 all over 4. Okay? So d actually will be equal to the square root of the hypotenuse squared minus 121 all over 4. So the distance, which is the length of the tangent, is equal to this, the square of this, root 181 all over 2, all squared, minus 121 all over 4. The square is affecting both root 181 and 2. So d is equal to this. We have root 181 all squared is 181. The square, we take away the square root, leaving us 181. 2 squared is 4 minus 121 over 4. Since they have the same denominator, 4, take 1, then just say 181 minus 121. 181 minus 121. Now 60. 60 divided by 4 is actually 15. So the length of the tangent is root 15 units. Alright? So this is how to determine the length of the tangent from a particular point to a circle.